There it is. There was a Windows, and hopefully now my microphone is working. There was a Windows update that I did shortly, and I got to remember every time I do the Windows update, it knocks out my microphone on OBS. So anyway, welcome back to Ipswich, if there is anybody here. And it's a save that has been doing my head in. And it started so well. The first 3 seasons were excellent. Season 4 was dreadful, and it's getting worse in season 5. We are in 14th. We're not doing so bad, and we have kind of gone on an unbeaten run where we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 games unbeaten. And although there's not many wins in there, there's a lot of draws. The game against Chelsea, I've absolutely no idea how we managed to get a 1-1 draw after being so dominated, but FM is FM. And I've been through the data hub. I've had a look at a lot of things, and there is kind of a disconnect between our defensive mids and our attacking mids, and so I've got to make an effort to change that today. I've also changed the roles in midfield just to try and get these two working together a little bit better. Hopefully that will make a difference. But as yet, I'm absolutely not sure what is going on. I'm thinking of making Garasibala fullback on support to give more defensive stability, keeping Timon as the attacking wing-back, giving us the width. I'm going to tell Timon to take fewer risks because he's giving the ball away too much. Finkgraf is the same. But as an attacking wing-back, I don't know if it's the correct thing to do to take fewer risks, because I need him to take risks going up here. But we'll see how it works out against Southampton. And it looks like there's nobody in at the moment, so maybe I'll just cut this short and go and do something else. But we'll carry on for a while. We will not play out of defence now. Now, I'm thinking of, at the moment, upping the passing directors to go slightly more direct and to play with a slightly higher tempo. And the reason for that is to try and just cut out any dilly-dallying at the back and just get the ball forward to these 4 very dangerous players as fast as possible, with the attacking wing-back joining in and the full-back on support in around these areas. Let's get it up the pitch as fast as possible and get it to these 4 players up top. And we've come off a lot of these things. I'm not going to counter-press, but I am going to counter-attack. And one of the things that my assistant is screaming at me all the time in meetings about the way we play is that we need to play in a low block. And I know why he's saying it, because we need to compress that space. And we are going to play counter-attacking football now, much more direct, and hopefully try and score a few goals and beat Southampton today. So those are the changes that I've made. I'm also considering putting Timon on as a fullback on attack rather than a wing back on attack, to give him a little bit more defensive stability. I don't know, if we'll see how it works out today. We might have to make that change in game. And then for Southampton were quite interesting, because if I go and click on the team report and I look at the scout report, it doesn't seem to me that there's anything about them at all. And everything looks like they're a poor side. They're way down at the bottom of the league. Looks like they're a poor side. But then when you click through the player profiles, one of the things I did identify is Alande might be someone that we can target, try to get them to play the ball to him, because his passing is extremely poor and his crossing hasn't been exceptional. So we could try to target him if he plays, of course. And then the rest of them seem to me to have very decent pace. Suleiman on that side has very decent pace, and the midfielders also seem to have very decent pace, much more pace than we have in our team. Now, although the overall squad isn't very good, they do seem to have a lot of pace in their first team. And the wing backs being the same. On that side, he's got acceleration and pace, and this side not so much. And again, the right hand side might be somewhere where we can target. But I am aware of the pace that they have, especially on this left-hand side. So I'm going to start with a standard line. They're going to play wing play. Hey, Neil, how are you doing? Good to have someone here. And we'll see how we get on today. I'm making these changes. I don't feel optimistic. It doesn't seem to matter what changes I make here, and I've made a lot of changes. It's not affected their familiarity too much, but hopefully playing really route one we're almost doing now. Sitting back, play route one, get it to those four to see what happens. It's not been working so far because of this disconnect we have here. Targeting their right hand side, if they do select, then I may force their midfielders to pass it to the right. That might be something I can think of. So we're going to go ahead and play against Southampton and see what we can do here. As I said, I've been doing the Villa save, so that's why the sound is on. Need to check these before I come online, and everything else is fine. So I can do that, but then I'm going to go in myself, and I'm going to go to the opposition myself, find out who's playing. They have Goodmanson who on the right, who has a lot of pace. Well, he's pretty decent. He has a very strong right foot, so we don't want to send him outside. We want him to come inside. The other winger Suleiman, I want him to go outside. Really want him to go outside. His crossing isn't the best in the world, but I do not want him coming inside and leaving space for the wing back outside. So in terms of how we're going to play, I can't decide yet whether to get my inside forwards to track their defenders. We're not going to do that yet, but we will look for weaknesses, and he needs a hard tackle. And Hayden Roberts, there's not really much apart from his weak right foot that I can see with him. We'll close down the defensive midfield And what I might do is get one of my attacking mids to track him. And he has a weak left foot, so we'll put him on his left foot. I'll get one of my attacking mids to track him. And then that hopefully will take him out of the game. Kone has a weak left foot. Very, very good playmaker. We'll keep an eye on him. So I want him on his left foot. And then Sousa also is a very good player. I've actually had him in one of my teams of late, Sousa. And he's a very good player. He needs a hard tackle. I'm really not sure what to do with him as yet. We'll see how the match unfolds. Now, Goodmanson, I need him to come inside because he's not particularly good. He has... we're going to close him down and hard tackle him as well as put him on to his... I think, what was it? His left foot. I want him to come inside. And then... Suleimana, hard tackle again, and I want him to go outside onto his left foot. Onto his left foot. And then George Hurst. Really, I'm going to leave him alone for the time being. I don't really want to do anything with him. If we can stop this nonsense, then hopefully he will... it's important that we make use of our home advantage. We're going to play positive. I want us to get the ball forward and get bodies forward as fast as possible. And we'll see what our little tweaks has made. And we'll have a look at the data hub to see if the gap closes between the DMs and the attacking midfielders by playing in the low block. I am wary about the pace that Southampton have. And if they start looking that they're going to get outside my defence, then I'm going to probably go with a lower line. And they are going to play wing play, and I'm just concerned a little bit that they're going to use that pace and get behind me. And I've noticed that Norwich are particularly good at this, and we lost to Norwich 2-1. And I think if we'd played with a lower line, instead of a standard line, we would have beaten Norwich. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, but I am very wary. Neil, if you're there, have you done any tweaks on the lines in terms of defending? Is the lower line working better with your tweak than it used to work? Because I've noticed in the Villa save, I won't say too much, but the lower line seems to work very nicely. I don't know, have you tweaked it at all, or is it something that I've just never thought about? But getting back to this game, again, you can see that they're trying to use those flanks. I think I need to close down this boy out here. So I'm going to ask Timon to just close down a little bit more. The other one I don't want to close down because I want them going outside. Yeah, I think had I played the lower line against Norwich, I would have won that match. Because they kept getting behind my fullbacks. And eventually it led to 2 very quick goals. And I'm wondering if teams with pace, if you use a lower line, if that actually helps. So it's good to hear that others are actually using it, because people never used to use the lower line, and I was one of them. Thought it was way too dangerous. Timon is injured, and that is the last thing that I want, is another injury. So I think probably we're going to have to take him off, because I can't afford to lose Timon for a long period of time. We'll put Fincraft on and see what happens. So at the moment, it's pretty much a stalemate. I always used the standard line when people were getting behind me. But I've noticed now sometimes when that's happening, it's better to use a lower line. So something's going on there that I'm not aware of at the moment. And we need to be getting the ball forward very quickly. I need to see tempo. That's good. That's good. There seems to be a little bit better a connect between the midfield and the front four and Timon. So that's looking better already. But we need to score a goal. We absolutely need to score some goals to make it what I thought it would be. We do have Atom in the team who's absolutely deadly from set pieces, or has been up to now. He's kind of come off the gas a little bit in recent games, but he still can be. If people are poor at defending corners, he can be lethal. And need to have a look at the stats, because I wouldn't expect to be in charge of the possession, and we're not. But as long as we defend well and break quickly, and my goalkeeper has a good game, I think we might be okay. It's interesting that for most of this season, my assistant has been shouting at me, low block, low block. And maybe he's saying that we're actually probably not good enough to be playing in the way that I've been playing. Maybe that's what he's saying. So we're trying it. But it's all Southampton at the moment, and we haven't created a single chance yet. I perhaps need them to get it forward even quicker. But this is good. This is what we should be doing. Getting bodies forward, getting our wing backs outside, and getting crosses into that area. That is what we should be doing. We should have 4 players in the penalty area. And of course, what I haven't noticed, I'm surprised nobody's told me, is that we want to play an attacking mid there. We don't want a playmaker there. So, have you tried the new SciMatch file? Yeah, I find, Neil, that the lower line is working a lot better. We've got it crossing, and player decisions are far better. I haven't seen that patch. I've been extremely busy. One of the things that I'm doing, Neil, I don't know if you know, is the Villa save, which is where I am analysing games a lot before I play them, and being quite successful with it as well. And that's one of the things that I am doing. So that's taking up, that research in the data hub and the chalkboard is taking up a lot of time. So I will eventually get round to doing these things. I have a lot of things to do. I've got 2 videos that I'm waiting to make as well. It's just a very, very busy time for me. And I'm not getting any younger. So, but yes, I will get round to it. If player decisions are better, that will make the whole thing a lot better. And I hopefully will enjoy playing with that. So, at the moment, it's Southampton's finishing which is letting them down. It's our finishing that's letting them down. Yeah, I'll have a look on the Discord. This, like, I really struggle to find where the new stuff is, so I'll have a look on the Discord and see if I can find it, and I'll download it, and I'll just put it in. If anything can help Ipswich, then I'll be very grateful. At the moment, we're not playing very well, and we are becoming the draw specialists. But Southampton look far more dangerous than we do. And I wonder if we should be actually, Southampton, the bottom of the league team, should we actually be allowing them to dictate play like this, and just playing counter-attack football? I don't know. If I can get 3 points here by playing counter-attack football, I'll be very grateful to FM. I'll tell you that. We're not very clinical. I know we don't, at the moment, have a great attack. They're too young, and they're not functioning as an attacking force. One of the things that my assistant said was that we have to shoot more, and he recommended in the data hub that we take off this work ball into the box. He's just telling me we have to shoot more. We're not taking enough shots, and so I guess we have to do that, and that might encourage them to take a few more shots. Let's have a look at these roles. Probably going to change the role. I'm going to try a different role for Velasco. Try him on a... I'll try him on the left-hand side, and there's a sub-thread called FM Match Lab SciMatch download. Okay, I'll have a look for it after I finished here today, and then I'll download it and I'll install it in here. But this is concerning me a little bit. We'll try getting them to shoot a little more. I don't think they've made any changes. Oh boy. They're probably thinking, what is going on here? And I'm thinking Dominguez is having a shocking game. Probably because his shooting has been way off. And these two up front. And Dominguez in terms of him, shoot less often is already on. Okay, let's see what happens in the first 20 minutes. It might just be that substitutions are needed. There is no more stat today. I've decided to give the two youngsters, Winkler and Silva, a chance to play together. We need to do better than what we've been doing. And we do need to shoot more. We've only taken 2 shots. So let's get some shots going here. And maybe work the ball into the box is not a good thing for this team because they're taking too many touches and getting closed down. And we should be doing what Southampton are doing and just getting into positions and taking a shot. I don't think that's something I want to be doing. But at the moment, again, it's all Southampton, and that's probably because I'm not being brave, and I'm actually sitting back and hoping that we score on the counter-attack. I know that they fade at the end of the game. That's in the report. Whether it's correct or not, I don't know, but I know they fade as the game goes on. So we get to about 65 minutes. I might push the lines up, put pressure on them, and see if that helps. But at the moment, it's just a good defensive effort. I'm really at a loss with this Ipswich team. I really don't know. I've tried so many different things. The only thing I can think of is that we have young players now who are not ready yet. And we've made too many transfers in the last 2 seasons. And those are 2 things I've got to think about. Apart from that, tactically, And we'll check the pass map and stuff after the game. But tactically, I think we've tried. I mean, we've tried about. I think the Data Hub said we've tried 8 systems in 2 seasons. None of them are working. So it's not a tactical thing that's going on. And I'm fully convinced it's that we're making too many transfers and we're bringing in too many young players. But that's the board's instruction, that we have to bring in young players. So we've brought in loads. Let's see them over a couple of seasons, let them settle and develop and play together. In the meantime, we have to suffer. I introduce my videos. If you enjoy seeing somebody suffer playing the game, you're in the right place. And boy, are we suffering at the moment. And I am going to just check now, just to check on how they are doing. That's us. We're fading. There's 2 key passes. There's not enough creativity going on. But, they seem to be fitter than us at this point in time. But I do have to make some sort of adjustment. Hayden Roberts. There's a lot of Goodmanson. I know he's a good player. But all I can do is keep trying to push him outside. So I do have to make changes now. And the change I'm going to make is bold. I'm going to push up the pitch. The standard line seems to be working. We're going to keep our direct passing, but I'm going to try to play the game more in their half. Scott, of course, as our best player today, is tiring. Of course he'd be the one who's tiring. FM is just nuts. And if I didn't have a fullback on the bench, he would have a shocker. So FM does these things. My best player on the field is my most tired. João Gomez is also tackling too much now. And we need to tell him not to do it. But I'm not seeing this urgency that I wanted. I'm not seeing the ball going up the pitch really quickly. So I'm going to up the tempo. I want them to play a little faster, if it's okay, boys. When you get the ball, counter-attack. It might be a case now where substitutions are going to make the difference. My 2 midfielders on yellow cards isn't helpful. And we've scored. Now, I don't know if that's a tempo increase or whether FM has just decided, oh, okay, let's give him something today. I don't know if the adjustment had something to do with that. I don't know whether playing higher up the pitch has something to do with it. But finally, we've scored a goal. And Winkler and Silva were both involved. And that is where I want to see opportunities created. I want us to get the ball into the box. And maybe, I've misread what I'm doing here, because I have 4 dangerous players up here and a good defence. I know the defence is solid. And so maybe I'm not getting the ball up to them as fast as it should be going. I'm betting you for nothing that Southampton are going to come roaring back at me now. And here's a case where perhaps I need to lower the line. Because if they are getting behind me, but at the moment they're not getting behind me. We've made a number of good tackles out wide. And let's make some subs now. We've run pretty well today, so João Gomez look at these two, Boselli and Garosabal. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players on their last legs. So Garosabal can be replaced by Juanlu. I'm even thinking that I should play with an inverted fullback. Got players very capable of doing that, Boselli and Juanlu. So I'm even thinking about that. Boselli is very tired, so Bajcetic is going to have to come on and play for him. I think I'm going to try playing them as central defenders. I know that Atom isn't going to like it very much, but let's play them as central defenders, and that might help get the ball forward. Dominguez is having a shocker. So I'm going to put Marin in. I'm going to have to be careful because Scott is on his last legs, but he's higher up the pitch, so I'm not too worried about him. And then Makengo can come on for Gomez. Marin doesn't... He's not really fitted into the team as yet. It is a worry to me that I've made all my substitutions now because they're tired. Fassini, I know him. Fassini, formerly Ipswich. He was always a useful player, Fassini. I think I'll close him down, and I think his left foot is weak. So let's turn him onto his left foot. And then the other one is a central defender. So come on, boys. We can hold on to this. It'll be a lovely 3 points. And I'm so used to starting the saves with defeats, starting the episodes with defeats, that it would be lovely, even against the bottom team, to get a good 3 points here. That's a good header by Atom. Nicely done. That's better. Get the ball forward. Now we've got dangerous players already in the box. And that's what I want to see. You've tagged the thread now in a DM. Okay, thank you, Neil. Excellent. Yeah, I get loads of suggestions. I get loads of suggestions every week. And I try loads of them and nothing seems to work. And I've tried 8 different ways already of playing. And there are certain things I found in the data hub about the disconnect between our midfield players, which hopefully we'll put right. I'm trying to work on the forwards now, but the biggest problems I have are not tactical. The fact is that we are signing too many players, and they are all young. And our forward line is extremely young, and they're taking a long time to work their way into the team. At the moment, I'm just thinking, let's get the ball as fast as we can up the pitch, and let's not worry about dilly-dallying at the back, passing at the back. I want to try and use these 4 players and the attacking wing-back we have on the left to cause problems. And I have to stop changing the tactic all the time. At some point, we've got to decide we go with this, because changing the tactic all the time, the players are getting confused, and that's not helping. So at some point, I'm going to decide. I decided I wanted to play in this style, and we tried other 4-3-3, we've tried a 4-4-2, we've tried all sorts of stuff. So it's not shape, we've tried different tempos, we've tried passing, and nothing works. And it's been a season and a half now where we've just been in a struggle. It's been a constant struggle. So I'm going to go more balanced now. And I'm going to make Finkgraf a fullback on attack now. And I just want to really at the moment just to focus on get the ball up the field. And I don't want any super subs on the opposition team. He's a central defender, don't have to worry about that. Riquelme is a good player. Put him onto his right foot. Tyler Dibbling, force him outside, I guess. Put him on his right foot and hard tackle him. And then he's a central defender. And even a lucky win, I'll take that gladly. If we can get lucky wins, I'll take it gladly. I think now it's time to go back into the low block. We did the damage. And I'm going to play with a lower line to stop them going outside. I'm going to start. In fact, let's waste a lot of time. Be more disciplined. I'm not going to go for the shorter passing option. And just sit there in that low block and see out these 5 minutes. The lower line should help in terms of them getting behind. And I don't really mind them shooting from distance. They've tried that all afternoon. It hasn't been successful, or evening, whatever it is. It hasn't been successful for them. And once again, like Winkler and Silver have had really poor games. These are wonder kids. And they're just not playing like they have any talent at all. And it's going to take a long time. One of them is 19, the other one is 21. They're not going to be the finished article as yet. I wanted to bring more stat on, but players were so tired. And I can't think why they would be so tired. Then we're not playing a pressing game. It's not a high intensity. Maybe it's just too many fixtures. But we're almost there, boys. Just lump it up the pitch. This is what this tactic is. Lump it up the pitch. That's it. Don't mess about. We have 4 players there. And hopefully we can win the second ball or the third ball. And we did. So we have 4 players up there who I want you to target, basically. And well done, Marin. Nicely done. Kept hold of the ball there. Lovely. Now look for the opening. I want this direct pass. And that's full time. I will take a sneaky win. I was expecting to lose today, as per usual. But I will take a sneaky win. And I do want to have a look at how we did. I'm going to say nice work. I want them to feel good. Hi, Saul. Good to see you again. Good to see you. So I want them to feel good about themselves. We're back in contention for moving up the table a little bit. And if we can get a run of wins instead of draws. We've now gone 9 games unbeaten. But we've only had 4 wins in there. The others have been draws. It's quite interesting looking at this, because we had an absolutely dreadful start to the season. And then looking at this run we've been on, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 wins and 4 draws. The draws have mostly been in the Prem, which is unfortunate, but it does bode well for the Conference League, and we have gone up to 7th. I'd like to think we could win that, but not in the way we're playing at the moment. I'm going to have a look. I did get a comment from someone, because I've been saying I'm really worried about going in here and wasting time. But I just want to have a look at the last 5 matches. And he says, overall, he's not saying anything that I've not seen before. We are not scoring goals, that I know. But it's interesting that this one has come up, that 6 of 8 goals have been scored while enjoying possession for 60 to 70 seconds, despite the most commonly keeping the ball for between 20 and 30 seconds. Kind of suggests that our passing should be shorter. So what MN is saying is possibly what should be happening. Keep the tempo that we're playing at, keep the counter-attacking, but make the passes a little shorter. Maybe that's what's going to be needed. And then I'm just going to click these off so that I've got the last match. Now we don't have that. So how far back does that go? We still don't have it. We still don't have it. And we still don't have it. We have the goal scoring spells has suddenly turned up. But it's only when I click on Brentford. In fact, it's gone for Brentford. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. So I'm not sure if the shorter passing thing is lately causing us a problem. Finkgraft loss. We are struggling with our left back being attacking. He is losing possession a lot. Taking risks, you're going to lose possession. And we've struggled to make inroads from the left, which is where our attacking wing back is. We've now got good opposition touches to go. We're keeping them away from our goal, so that's good. And I know you guys don't like going through this. And I'm going to go and look at, if I can, if I'm allowed, the data. Possession-wise, I didn't expect to have possession, but we did win the possession battle in the end. We didn't out-create Southampton, but we were clinical. 7 shots and 5 of them were on target. That's a very good ratio. Our XG is better than Southampton's, who were taking mainly long shots. And both teams created one clear-cut chance. I think overall that was a good performance. I do want to have a look at the left backs. Timon was only on the pitch for a short time, and you can see even in a short time his pass completion is 75%. That's because he's a wing back and he's marauding forward. More worrying is Velasco. His pass completion only 75, and Dominguez especially only 73. Finkgraf was actually not bad in terms of passing. I don't know why he got mentioned. Had an 87% pass completion. And overall, looking at that, there's nothing seriously wrong, apart from a few of them are not passing very well. Timon, Velasco, and Dominguez, as well as Winkler, is not passing too well. So if we look at the analytical data quickly now and go to the average positions, and I'll choose the starting 11, and the average position, let's go to Ipswich, average position with the ball. Now that doesn't look very good at all. Garosabol is very high up, as you'd expect a wing back to be, but there's a real congestion. Oh no, I'm looking at it the wrong way. So these are the forwards. I'd expect them to be close together. I want them to be close together. There's a better connect between, but I don't know where my wing back has gone. Josh Timon is the highest up the pitch, so I don't want him to be the most further forward. I think I need him to be much more here. His average position. So this is a worry. Why he is probably the average position is because he's crossing from around here a lot. but I don't like it. So something's got to give about that. So the average position, though, without the ball looks a lot better. He's actually way over here now because they were using this space. In terms of defensive play, I would expect him to be over here. When we put the heat map on top in a minute, I think we'll see they were playing a lot down here. And in defense, the defensive shape is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the defensive shape. And without the ball, an average overall, it does look what I want it to be. There might be a disconnect between these two, but I can ask these two to stay wider so that we close that disconnect down. So overall, and if I put the heat map over the top and we go to average position without the ball, Timon is doing a lot of work in this area. So I do know that they were doing a lot of stuff, much more down the right than they were down the left. And if I go with the ball, because they're not really making inroads, that's why Timon is going forward. He's way too advanced, and I think I need him to just drop back a bit. So overall, I'm thinking that the average shape covers the area that the game was being played in. We can see that Southampton were playing the game in here, but then releasing this right winger, not so much in terms of the left winger. So quite interesting that perhaps what I need to do in terms of the tactic, if we go back to Ipswich, I don't want Timon being so high up the pitch. He's the most advanced player, and I prefer these two to be the most advanced players. I think I want them to get away from these midfielders. So if I can move them up, then maybe that's something to work on. I don't know. I don't want to change things too much. We've just had a win, so I don't really want to change anything again. We have a game that we should be winning, and that is in 4 days. So I'm going to rest the squad, give them a good rest. What happened there? Let's try it backwards then. We'll give them a good rest for a day. And we'll move on. I think it's better that with the ball, though, what overall? I think with the ball is really interesting. That Timon is actually our most advanced player. And is that a good or a bad thing? Because he's a wing back on attack. He was crossing a lot. Unfortunately, the crossing wasn't effective. But he was certainly crossing a lot and getting in advanced positions. But do I just want him to be... Maybe I could put him as a fullback on attack. So that he's got more defensive duty. And he's still going to get forward. But he's not going to be just bombing up there every single time. And I think maybe I'm going to play him as an advanced forward too. I'm going to try and get some space. I don't want these boys. I'm going to ask them to move into the channels to provide width. So if we have these move into the channels, one of them already is stay wider. get further forward. Still can't move into the channels. So we'll put him on support with get further forward. But I also like the idea of the shadow striker, but we can't do that now. There's a better connect between my favourite part of FM is dissecting wins and losses. It's I mean, I've been in here in this save so often, and whatever I'm doing doesn't seem. Winkler's out. You're not going to appeal. It was a bad tackle, apparently. So there's no point in appealing. I think it costs the club money if we appeal. But our run goes to 9 unbeaten. But it's not too many wins in there. Only 4 of them have been victories. Can we make it 10 by beating Debrecen, is it? Sure, yeah, everybody feels they should be starting more games. But I do have a vacancy available for him at the moment, because I think he can play as a DLP. He can also play as one of the attacking mids. So I think we can find vacancies for him. I think it's too early that he's got a friend. Garosabel organises the defence. That's not good enough. So let's talk to him. Let's have a quiet word. Oh, he's indignant, is he? Well, let's tell him. Where's the one I want? It's not here. Because if I tell him that one, he's just going to say, no, I don't want to wait. But the option that I really want is not there. I'm just going to tell him there's a... No, see, I knew he would. Okay, let's give him some game time. He is a decent player. Just hasn't settled. He's another one who hasn't settled. New player coming in, Garosabel. 1 or 2 days. Probably not going to make it as a starter. Coming up to January, these might be useful. I don't think I've got any money left, have I? Just 4 million. So we haven't got any money. And we're not likely to have any money. If we were up in 7th, I'd ask the board for a little bit of transfer money, but we're not going to get anything here. I could ask the board anyway, just to be cheeky. See what happens. But I don't think they're going to give me any money. Let's go and do it. Just for the hell of it. If it's there. Increase the transfer budget. The board, the secretary took a long time to reply to me there. So a quick look at Debrecen. And they're actually doing all right. Are they? Where are they? They're up in 12th. Played for 1-2, drawn 1. So they're not doing too bad. Nobody, I mean, I've got no information on them whatsoever. I'm going to stay with what we were doing. I've got no indication that what we were doing is So this is a problem now. If Grossabal is injured, Juan Lu's unregistered, so I'm going to have to play Boselli as the... And then, at the moment, we could bring McKenna in, but both of those are left footers and prefer to play on the left. One of them's going to have to play on the right hand side. Allende needs a game. Arribas probably needs a game, and he needs a game. So I'll play him as one of the attacking mids. Probably better he plays as the playmaker. Scott should be fit and well. Need to get him up to fitness, give him games. Timon can make a start again. Makengo can give João Gomez a rest. And I think I'd like to start Mastueni. I think I'd like to give him a start. Valesco can start up front with Morstat. We'll try the two advanced forwards. My bench is a bit thin. Yeah, central defence is a bit thin, but Badgetic can go in there if someone's having an absolute shocker. So I'm just going to play in the way we played just now. They're not mugs. Easy win predicted. Yeah. This, of course, is meaningless because this is just based on the attributes that they have for their own league. In the Prem, they would not be... They would not have a report such as that. I just think we should win this and to get on with the game. We're going to start in the low block. But I think I'll start with a higher line. Now, in fact, why should I play in a low block? We really should be taking the game to them. So let's push up. And we'll play with a higher line. And we'll try and close the gap that way. But I do want to keep the passing slightly more direct and slightly higher. Tempted to go slightly shorter. Based on the data hub, we'll try slightly shorter. And we're definitely not going to be working the ball into the box. I want them to take fewer touches, even if it means having a few long shots. Southampton were dangerous from long shots. Expected to win. If we can get ourselves a few wins together. The transfer thing has been rejected. Garosable is fit. Garosable is fit, which is good. Capable. So I can put Boselli in here. Garosable on here. But I want to rest Boselli. I definitely want to rest Atom. And McKenna needs game time. I want to rest. So I'm going to play Badgetic in here. I'll make him a central defender as well. So we're going to play Badgetic in there. He's done well when he's been asked to do that. This is not something I can just like, okay, I'm going to load up the game and let the game decide what happens. This is not really something that I can do. I don't want to give them too many instructions. I don't know anything about them. And I'm happy with that. We've rested a few players. We're giving some players game time. And it's up to them to show me what they can do. Losing won't be the biggest problem that we have, because we've still got time to get through this group. But I want these players to show me what they can do. These are better strikers at the moment than Winkler and Silver, the two wonder kids. We don't do never press. I think that's a daft thing to do. So I do want to say we're favourites. We need to be strong and dominant. So make my day, boys. Give me 2 wins back to back, which I've never come across before. Keep that. I mean, I want to see distance between these two. I don't want them too close together. But when we win the ball, I want to see it moving quickly. Long ball over the top, which is a bit of a concern if that's what they're going to do all day. So does the slightly shorter passing work? We shall see. I don't want to turn off dribble. I want them to have a run. The visuals actually don't do dribbling any justice in terms of the stats. Oh! There you go. Valesco. I told you they were better strikers than the two wonder kids. Valesco's put us in front. Are we going to get 2 wins back to back? First time. And that, again, that's my assistant and the scouts and everybody who does the recruitment analysts. They told me, and I think they've been telling me for a few weeks, take off, work the ball into the box. And there you go. If we have a few shots, we might get a few goals. Now, we don't want to foul too much, boys. You're not the greatest tacklers. And Gronbeck. He was the man who assisted, so he's told me he wanted playing time. We give him a game and look what he's done. I'm not quite sure that it was anything that he did. It was just a free kick. But he's paid me back, and I don't mind. Let's have some shots. Let's do what Southampton did to us. Let's have some shots, and it's paid off so far. Go on, hit it. It's like desperation. Go on, boys, take a shot. Still not fast enough for me. It's still not moving. The tempo needs to go up a bit. We need to be moving quicker. Those 4, if the tempo, I think, is higher, those 4 could cause mayhem up front. I'm going to just adjust that. Because I'm just going to shout from the touch line, faster. I want to see it faster. But tell them, come on, quicker, quicker. Timon's still up on that edge of the box. He's still getting very forward, but I don't mind. I mean, I do need an attacking wing. And as a fullback, he'll still get up there. As a wing back, he's going to pitch a tent there. But as a fullback, he'll have more defensive responsibility, but he'll still get into these areas. So it's a good start. 14 minutes, 1-0 up. We'll take this. We're not going to score a great deal of goals. Although we do surprise people sometimes when we start banging them in. We've even had a 7-1 win in the Premier League. We surprise people, even me sometimes. But we've got to be a little bit slicker. So this shorter passing for me isn't doing it. I want a much more tempo. Dominguez. Like, I think I could have scored that, buddy. He missed by a mile. Well done, Badgetic. Badgetic, very key header there. Yeah, I can see what they're doing. I can see exactly what they're doing. Which is why I want the ball going much more direct. Because now we're going to create that disconnect. So I want the ball going forward quickly so that we're not, as I can see exactly what this team are trying to do to us. Well done, Badgetic again. He does fill in quite nicely when he's asked to. And when I made that mistake with McKenna, that's probably the worst mistake I've ever made. It might sort itself out because he wants to leave. And we're already bringing in... Oh, goalkeeper injury now. We're already bringing in... How much more, FM? How much more are you doing to me? Stankovic actually should have been playing in the first place. And that's why FM's done that to me, because I forgot that he's the cup goalkeeper. And now he's saying, right, okay, you forgot, now we're going to punish you. That's FM. It's absolutely vicious and vindictive. We got another injury. Oh no, they've got 2 injuries. Come on, boys. Let's get another goal and make me happy. We've got this. If you're going to learn to play this game at 100 miles an hour, you'll cause teams a nightmare. There's there is a lot of shots coming from outside the box. I'm not sure I really like that. We need to get some at least inside the box. There's a Timon is not featuring too much in today's game. He's not crossing as much from the left-hand side. So maybe he's better as a wing back. We're just going to have to accept he's our furthest forward player. Go on, Velasco. Go on, son. Into the box now. Okay, where's Atom? He's not playing. And the way we're playing at the moment, until we find the perfect way of playing this, then we're not going to win this competition. But the season is long and we have time. I'm just wondering how tall. Mostat is very tall. He's like 6'5". I'm just wondering how tall is Valesco. He's quite small, only 5'6". I'm wondering, like, we do a lot of low crosses. I tell them low crosses. Should I mix it up a little bit and get them to float some crosses for more stats sometimes? 6'5", he should be winning his headers. I don't know. I didn't think this team would be mugs. They're not 12th for nothing. They've already won 2 games in this competition, so they're not mugs. And I have got a very rotated team out here today. Apart from the midfield. Who was that? Greenback. What was that? We need more shots on target, boys. Second half, I might work the ball at the box back. It's been fun watching them screw up, but well, that was inside the box. Valesco's having a good game. Looks our most dangerous player. No, we don't want to worry too much about that. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about it. My assistant's just telling me what I'm already thinking about. I'm definitely thinking about it. But then I will have to play probably at a lower with a lower tempo. If I'm going to do that, I probably need to slow everything down a little bit. That was poor defending, boys. No excuse, that was poor defending. Good tracking back by the attacking mid. It's just not, they haven't learned how to transfer it quickly enough yet. Miss out the midfield and just get it forward. Come on, let's have another goal before half time. Nobody on the end of that. And that's half time. But we are up. They're no mugs. And we are a bad team. So I'll take that at the moment. But I do agree that we have to work the ball into the box. So we'll just see. The problem is that's going to slow things down. So we'll go slightly shorter passing, which will tie in. But I want to keep the tempo high. And apart from that, I don't think we need to do anything. I don't think they've made a change at left back. I have no information on him at all. And I'm going to change. I want to see how he's not crossing as much anymore. So I'm going to change him back for this game to a wing back on attack. He's not crossing as much anymore. And if I'm guessing his I'm pleased with the number of shots. No, I mean, I think we're doing well, but we can do better. Morstadt's not having the greatest game of his career. I'm not sure he likes being an advanced forward. I think he's happier given when he's allowed to be a complete forward and make his mind up about what he does, where he goes. I think he's happier doing that, dropping deep sometimes and getting into poacher positions. I think he's happier doing that. So maybe advanced forward's not the best role for him. Velasco, on the other hand, is a natural advance forward. More of a midfielder for me, but while the two forwards I've brought in are playing so badly, he's having to play as the main forward. Go on, intercept that. Well done. Now this is where I want it forward. No thinking, just get it forward. And Timon, happy to see him up the pitch again. Now get it forward. We have bodies up front. We need to use the forwards. Oh, we got ourselves offside, but that's better. Win the ball and get it forward quickly. Again, turn, get it forward. Pass. Come on, pass. They're just taking too many touches, aren't they? This is okay. We have to set ourselves up. But now the passes should be quick. That's nice. And that's Ipswich finishing for you in a nutshell. Greenback has gone off green now because he suddenly started playing really badly. And we were offside at the free kick. Their mood is okay, I think. It's like they're not complacent. Sometimes some of them get complacent. I'm going to make an adjustment and I'm going to try putting more stat. I think he's on the wrong side as well. Put him back as a complete forward. And then we'll make this a shadow striker. Pushes them together, but I want him coming deep. I want him getting into poacher positions. I want him playing like a target forward. I want him to make his mind up, basically. He seems to play better as a complete forward. I think there's a need for Allende to come on. Allende, the free kick specialist, who hasn't delivered as yet. Even a free kick specialist. Oh, that animation, is there anything you can do with that, Neil? Can you take that animation out where the goalkeeper catches the ball here and then takes it over the line? It looks horrible. I mean, I need to get rid of that. He just catches it inside the line and then takes it over the line himself. It looks like a horrid animation. And I don't even like it when it happens for us. It just looks horrid. And I hope that someone can take that away one day. It's been in the game for a long time and always annoyed me. Oh, we don't look very clinical, do we? And there's nothing wrong with the forwards except that they are young. That's all. I think Dominguez probably does need a rest. So I'm going to try Alex Scott here. Better passer of the ball. If it's Mesley, it's not a glitch. I see all goalkeepers doing it, and in FM24 especially, I see them doing it. And I'm like, oh, it looks horrid. And probably bring on João Gomez. I mean, we are playing a very rotated team, so really can't complain. And now I've lost my goalkeeper. What's his injury? Arm injury. Oh God, hope it's not a broken arm. And I do want to bring Allende on. Allende can come on for... Actually, I think I'm gonna move him up. We'll keep him now as an advance forward. Morstat is going to come off. So Morstat is going to come off. And Allende can come on and switch positions. I don't know, I don't think he's an advanced playmaker, is he? He's not anything at the moment. No. So let's put those back. I do want to play him. I want to get some free kick stuff in there. Arribas as well will come on and replace Grembach at some point. Timon is tired. So make some early changes here to rest some players. 12 shots, 4 on target. It's better than it was. It's better than it was at the beginning in the first half, but not much. Three key passes from Mastantueno. We're going to call him Franco, aren't we? That name is ridiculous. Mastantueno. We'll just call you Franco. That's better. But unfortunately, we couldn't get our head on it. But that's better. That wing back is doing now what he should be doing. They are going to counter-attack, aren't they? So I'm going to go to balanced. I don't think we need to leave too much space. Well, they've given us a game. I mean, I did say at the start, they're not mugs. They're not in 12th place for no reason. And they've won 2 games prior to this one. And there you go, Allende. What a substitution that was. What a substitution that was. Absolutely awesome. Picks up the ball, turns and bangs it in. Now that is what I want the rest of you to do. Simple. Football is a very simple game, boys. Very simple. Turn, hit it, smack, goal. If you don't take shots, you don't score. But you have to get into the penalty area first. What's he given, free kick or offside? Free kick. If I got one more sub, I'm not actually going to change the front. It's going to be Garosabel. And Boselli is going to come on. Oh, I can't make any more subs. Oh, that's because Meslier got injured. Forgot about that. Two wins back to back. We've struggled. But if we can get them playing this way regularly, time after time, I know they can score goals because sometimes they surprise me. So I know they're capable of scoring goals. It's just, can they do it consistently? And that might take time to achieve. And in the meantime, it's my job just to muddle through and to pick up wins where we can. And that takes work. I mean, I have to go into the data hub. I have to find where things are not working. I have to try then to put them right. I mean, in a way, this save is a great challenge. As frustrating as it's become, it's a great challenge. Go on, turn, hit it. There you go. You see, boys, we brought Alande on. He's showing you how to do it. Get into the box, turn, hit it. That's football. Simple. Get in. Very, very simple. Well done, Alande. American boy, I believe. Just turn and hit it. One touch, that's all you need. Oh, I wish I was young enough to be playing football again. I used to enjoy it when I was younger. Oh, I miss those days sometimes. Being a manager on Football Manager is not quite the same as playing. But this is a very, very tough challenge, especially as we don't have any chance of bringing in big players at this point in time. Unless we're going to reach the Europa League, it's not going to happen. So it's one of these days where you've just got to bite your lip and struggle. Pick up wins where you can. Accept you're going to lose to big teams. That's good. Get it into that area and turn and hit it. It's much better since Alande came on. This is much better. You can do it, you see, boys. You can do it. And that's it. Full time 3-0. We'll take that. 2 late goals from Alande. No, I just say nice work. It wasn't a great performance. I'm not going to tell them that. It wasn't anywhere near a great performance. Although they were sitting in 12th, they've dropped down now. Still going to qualify. But it's moved us up to 6th. That's... As long as we finish in the top 8, I'll be quite happy. Meslier is injured. I don't want to even look. We have now secured a playoff spot, so we're going to make it into the next round. 7 weeks. Oh boy. That's my fault because I should have been playing Stankovic anyway. That is my fault. Oh boy. Well, Stankovic is going to have to earn his corn for a few weeks. We do have a youngster as well who can come onto the bench. But this game is making it very difficult for me. Fractured lower arm. So those two, Nieves is 19 years old now. He will become a very, very good goalkeeper. But he's not ready yet by a long streak. He's got 3 years of development to do yet. He's not ready by a long shot. Just want to have a look. Timon played well in that game. Or was it because he was playing as a full back or a wing back? Because I changed him back, didn't I? Set pieces we're good at. I'm not seeing the pass map. So for the last game, that was good. And let's go to last match. Why is he not showing me my past map? I can't ask for anything there either. Yeah, I can ask for it there. Past map. Oh, very much down. This is Timon. He's the furthest forward player. I got 2 advanced forwards, and Timon is very advanced. Completed generally higher up the pitch. That's when we went higher up the pitch. Badgetic was awesome. Grenbach was very, very good. And Valesco struggled to find Mastantuono. Who's over here? Valesco must be over here then. Yeah. So they are too far apart, aren't they? It's interesting. It's really interesting. But down the right-hand side, we've got it sussed. Probably Timon does need to be further back. And probably we need to sit a bit narrower. It's not too bad, except Timon is too high up. And go to... Oh, I do not like this glitch. What was the passing like? Meslier, 20% of his passing. It's actually much, much better. Timon's still 79, but if you're an attacking wing back, I would expect that. Passing was much, much better. Our shooting was poor. And that looks a lot better to me. With the ball, it looks a lot better. Timon is not quite as high as he was before. That's because he was playing as a fullback on attack. So without the ball, we're just compact, very compact. So I guess it's right that we should be playing with a low block, because what we're doing, if we have this here, then we are very compact in the middle. We keep that there. Have a look at the heat map. Yeah, we are, not playing too much up here. We're not really focused at all down the right side. The left side a little bit, but mostly in the middle, and that's what I'm trying not to do, is focus our play in the middle. We shall keep working on that. I still think that we have to be a little bit closer together, and I'm wondering if shorter passing brings them closer together. You can see, like, Franco His potential ability is phenomenal. We have, if we can keep the squad together, then we might in 2 years be a different team, and just bring in 1 or 2 instead of bringing in 10 players every window. Quick starters. They're going to be very pacey. No, he's not that pacey, is he? Barco, no pace. João Pedro, I don't think he has great pace. A little bit of pace, but... And Richarlison, it's not blistering. So I don't think they have great pace. What about the midfielders? Not really. A little bit. No better than what we have. João Pedro's not playing very well at the moment. Hey FM, how you doing? I'm pretty good. I hope you are well too. It's all very quiet in the chat at the moment. Probably because I'm doing much more analysis than I should be doing. So we'll move on. I think I'll just go quickly to the data hub. It's wing play. Wing play without too much pace out wide. That's interesting. But then they've got a different team here. Again, it's not particularly blisteringly fast. Mitoma? Yeah. So Mitoma has a little bit of pace. So we have an inverted wing back here coming to shore up the midfield, and we've got probably a fullback on support or attack. Winger and a winger. They certainly started quickly. We know they're going to start quickly, but they fade for 60 minutes. Lots of passes, accurate passes. That just means you don't bother. They're going to play short as well. That's what it means. Fewer crosses, but accurate for Consa. So he doesn't cross often, but they're accurate. So need to close him down. I think he doesn't have pace. Yeah, I need to close him down, stop him crossing. Mitoma, we need to just force him outside. I don't think he's the greatest crosser of the ball. Just 12. He has a weak left foot, so let's just force him out there. Just let him have the wide space. I'm going to start with a low block. I'm going to go with that low block and the standard line. And I do want them to be more direct. Work the ball into the box this time because that failed. These boys, these youngsters are training well. They're just not first Premier League players at the moment. They might be in a couple of years. But they're not Premier League players at the moment. Wonder kids they may be. .5 for you. Sunshine is not good enough. In reality, Mitoma has one of the best first touches on the ball. Yeah, I was watching him when he came on last night in the Liverpool game. I thought he was quite brilliant when he came on. The energy levels he had, he lifted Brighton just with his sheer energy, his persistence, and I mean, he got his reward, and it was a very good goal. So, yeah, I was very impressed by him. No, he actually, yeah, he is available, isn't he? Winkler is suspended. I'm going to give Arribas a game at some point during, but he's out of favour at the moment, Arribas. But at some point we've got to give him some football. Allende comes in. Bring him in for Mastuani. Going to start Morstat and Velasco. Going to switch him over and play him as a complete forward. And then one of these needs to be on attack. Atom comes back into the team. Boselli back into the team. Bajcetic is the reserve centre-back. Juan Lu is wanted, is he? Well, if he wants to go, we'll let him go. Alex Scott needs to come in. And João Gomez. I think that's about it, really. Timon or Finkgraf. I think Finkgraf's been playing marginally better. 2 very good games in his last. That was a 6.9, a 6.8. Timon, what have you been up to? It's not particularly playing very well. I think I'm going to start Finkgraf. He's a little bit better a performer at the moment. I'm going to play him as a fullback to give him defensive responsibility. And one of them has to drop out. So we'll have Silva up front on the bench. Dominguez, Makango, Arribas, Marin. So we'll put Master, because he's a forward as well. Not really sure about this game. Really worried that we're going to lose this one. They are below us. We are away. So we're going to go balanced. Play with the fullbacks. And try to play this slightly more direct, slightly higher tempo. It's a bit Route 1. But in times of trouble, why not? It's like, I've tried everything else. Let's try Route 1. Let's get it up the pitch. Or I used to lump it up the pitch. But we've had 2 wins today. Back-to-back wins. That means our run of being unbeaten goes on to 10. And God knows how we've done that. Can we make it 11? At some point it's going to stop, but can we make it 11? And now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in there. It's getting to look a little better. If we can win this one. They are, I know, they're good crossers of the ball. Fewer crosses, but it's accurate. We have to be very careful. Consa, I know about. You have to close him down. And the goal, they're going to play it short. That doesn't worry me in the slightest. Oh, please. FM Academy, no more pressure. Absolutely no more pressure. I'm under enough pressure as it is. We are struggling. If we can get to 20 points now, we could get above Leicester. That would be such good fun. And we'll keep our run going as well. Players should be fresh coming back in. I just would love to see them. Oh, what I do want to do is tell them I want a higher tempo. Higher. Get it up the pitch. It's really starting to look like Route 1 now. Carosable's fine. Mastuano. Franco is fine. Come on, let's get 3 points here, boys, and it will all start to look a bit better. I know I want to play Aribas as well, but I've promised Grenbach. Yeah, let's play for set pieces. Got Allende on the pitch. It's about time he delivered. We have Atom on the pitch. He needs a goal. Hasn't scored in a while. I think that's pretty close to being the team that I would like to put out. Mr. K! How you doing, Mr. K? Just in time for the final match of this episode. And you have missed 2 wins. 1-0 against Southampton and 3-0 in the Conference League. So we've gone 10 games now, unbeaten. We are on a good run. I want to tell them that I have faith in them, that they will become a good team. Okay. Konsa, we know he's going to be an issue. Hard tackling him is not the way to go about it, Mr. Assistant. But left foot and closing down might be. And then we have Estupian. Very weak right foot. So we're going to do the same. I don't know why he wants them hard tackled. And we're going to close him down as well. We're going to put those full-backs under pressure to begin with. And I may ask my attacking mids to look after them as well. Midfield right, he's not the greatest in terms of pace. He has a reasonable right foot. I'd rather bring him inside than having go him outside and crossing. So let's put him on his left foot. On his right foot. In fact, we're going to show him outside. Billy Gilmore. I'm looking for the playmaker now. Could be him. Yeah, Gilmore. We're going to tight mark. And I really don't think that's necessary. Yeah, we've done him. So we'll tight mark him. Right foot for him. Mitoma we want to send outside, don't we? His left foot is weak. So we want him on his left foot, show him outside, but I don't want to close him down. Castro is probably an advance forward. Oh, he's a pressing forward. Just do left foot. And then Richarlison, dangerous player. Not going to do anything. Tight mark him. I'm not quite sure that we want to tight mark him. I'm not going to do anything with him. I think that's good. Come on, boys. Really fast, high tempo football. Let's do them off the park. We got this. I'm wondering if I should up the, in order to increase the tempo, if I should up the trigger press. Just that can help up the tempo a little bit. But I really want a high tempo, get on the ball, pass. Get on the ball, pass, look. I need to find players who can do that. Grenbach did it perfectly. Now, you're not going to score from there, Allende. I know you scored a couple of goals in the last game, but come on, give me a break. Well, that throw was right in the corner. Well done, Velasco, though. Well done. Come on, move it. Move the ball. No time to lose. Have I got him as a full back? Yeah. That's it. Send him left. Keep him on his left foot. That's okay. That's okay. Garosabel should not be closing down. Good. Finkraft, I do want to close down. Because we're turning that boy inside, aren't we? Good save, Stankovic. That Belieber is a bit of a player as well. Watching him last night. He is a bit of a player, Belieber. Brighton might have a good team next year. They can make the right signings. They might have a good team next year. Go on, Grenbach. Go on. Keep going. Where's the support? Keep going. Keep going. You got support now. Well done. Now, quick pass. Where is? There's the pass. Oh, you missed it. Garosabel. That was a bad foul, referee. But that was better. That was a good counter-attack. I'm like sitting in this low block. It's just like grinding out results week after week. But that's what we have to do. They are looking for Matoma down this left-hand side, aren't they? He's been involved a lot. So we maybe need to be tighter on him. Not too tight. But he's not the quickest player in the world, so we can maybe get a bit tighter to him. So who's looking after Consa there? João Gomez. Yeah, Matoma is the man, isn't he, that they're looking for. I mean, he's not very good at crossing, and if we can keep pushing him outside, but I'm going to ask Garosabel to get closer to him. Huh? It's because he's a midfielder. So it actually might be better to have someone else take care of him. One of the midfielders, possibly. Maybe Scott needs that job. Certainly can't just let him be. If we can just keep Mitoma quiet on that side, I don't think we have anything to worry about. Not at this point. The only thing we'll have to worry about is actually scoring a goal. Right, so I noticed Scott just stayed inside there and let the fullback deal with it. So hopefully now, once the game reloads, we'll start seeing Scott tracking him. Oh. This is like hanging on by a thread at the moment. Yeah, Mitoma is definitely the man. We need to take him out, and I think Garosable is able to do it. Not Garosable, Scott will be able to do it. Oh, go on, we got men forward. Go on, son. Really need to take advantage of any errors. He's not renowned for his shooting. Oh, stay back. I told you, hold your position. Who would be a football manager, eh? Oh, the things that they must go through, the emotions they must go through, week after week after week. And it must be, I mean, it's probably okay for Arne Slot. For Guardiola now, they don't probably have any emotions really at all except joy. But for like teams like Brighton and Forest and all these mid-table teams, they must go through horrid emotion all the time. When they go into a bad phase, it must be awful for them. And we need to do better. I think we need to not worry so much about Brighton. We've weathered the early storm. Let's push up now. I don't want to invite them on. I don't even think we need the standard line. I think we're going to push right up. And I'm going to up the trigger press. Take a gamble. But this sitting back, Brighton are going to score. Premier League teams score against us very easily. And if we sit back too much, they will score. So let's go up, try and give them a game. Because I find this, that we win in Europe and then we're going to lose again in the Prem. This is a pattern. There's no other option. But go on, let's give them a game, boys. We're starting to learn to play a different way. The way I want. Let's go and give them a game. Oof. That's better. I did work the ball into the box back on, didn't I? Yeah. It's better. At least you're having a shot. Atom, Mr. Reliable at the back. I know, Mr. K. I thought, blimey. When you go on the Discord, Phil, you'll see a named SI match 1-4 again. But it's different to the one you have. It's more 1-4-1, but there's a description in the thread. So I have to look for what it's called 1-4 again. I'll have a look for it when I really am hungry at the moment, so I want to go and eat something. And then I got to go out for my walk because I'm losing weight. Some of you know I'm losing weight. I've lost 8 kilograms so far. I'm absolutely really pleased with myself. And I've got to go out for my... Is he offside? I think he's miles offside. Got to go out for my walk. And then I got to come back. I've got to record the next episode of Villa because I've done the Newcastle game. So I got to record that one. Yeah, I could see he was offside. I don't need VAR. He does this a lot, Morstad. I have to remember, after this game, I'm going to remember to try and train him to beat the offside trap. Yeah, it's the only file in that thread besides the new training file. Okie dokie. I think this emphasis on defending and keeping clean sheets out of fear, we need to end that. We need to start attacking teams. Get into their half, and that's exactly what we've done now. We've made that change. We're in their half now. This is just the manager's fears. Let the players play. Come on, Atom, you haven't scored from a corner for a few games now. Where are you? He's supposed to be a very, very good corner taker. He has not delivered. Simply not delivered on that. Maybe that's going to take time as well. Maybe in the second half of the season, he's going to be putting them on a sixpence. Oh, another chance. But at least we're getting bodies in the box. We're getting the ball in the box. That's much better. Now, come on, Alande. Look for Atom. You know what you got to do. Don't like Atom being at the far post. I like him at the near post. Oof, that was better. Well, we've definitely pinched the match momentum off them. Looking like the better team now, I would say. Overall, we probably deserve to be ahead. We've had all the possession. Pass completion's pretty good. Not as good as I'd like it, but pretty good for a direct style. 50% shots on target. We aren't doing bad. Yeah, we've been the better team here, boys. Velasco's suddenly decided he's not going to have a great game. It's the problem. They have one good game, then they have a bad game. It's what he wants to play. Let's put him on attack and let's bring him back to a more central position down here. Stay wider, yeah. And I'm going to say... No, I don't want the left-hand side to stay wider because he's going to be bombing up there. Hopefully. Difficult to say what's happening. They've made one sub-central defender. Come on, boys. Come on, let's keep going. Brighton are getting tired. Let's keep going. I've had a thought. Let's focus our play up through the middle. We have all our bodies in the middle. We can still use the wing backs, but just focus up the middle. Now you can free the wing back. Unlucky. Just took too much time. Into the box it goes. Nearly. Needed to take a touch. I don't think these boys' footballing intelligence is very high. He needed to take a touch there. Space was there for him. Well, that's poor from that fullback. It was a poor error from Garosabal. Is he a bit too tight? Got away with it, but that was a very poor... Oh, we didn't get away with it, unfortunately. That was a very poor error. We always lose in the Prem after a European game. Always. And we've been the better team. Been much the better team. Every goal seems to come from a set piece that we concede. There's Matoma again. I think we said... Didn't we say Scott should mark Matoma? I'm going to take that off. It's not happening. He's being left to the fullback anyway. He's just not doing as he's told. Go on, Fincraft. Go on. Is that a free kick? Somebody stick it in the net. Oh, come on. Be more disciplined. Do as you're told. The frustration is horrendous. We still had most of the possession. We're still creating chances much more than Brighton. Let's go positive. Let's try and get back into this game. I'm going to put Finkgraf as a wing back now. I want him to get much further forward. We need to get something out of this game. But they're just, why are they suddenly like, they're just shooting from all over the place again. Yeah, always do. Always do, Mr. K. The team I have at the moment is not a Premier League team. It would be a good Championship team. But it's not a good Premier League team at the moment. And that's why every game is a battle. And every game is like, oh God, we've lost 1-0 to a set piece. It's like... They really are not. Oh, we have a chance. Go on, get in there. And he's missed it again. I mean, the game is telling me that we are just not a good enough team. That's what the game is telling me. I don't know how we've gone back so far since season 2 and 3. We've become a very poor team. Just gone backwards. I know, Mr. Gates, but I'm getting used to this. I'm just getting used to this kind of stuff. The frustration I'm feeling. I want to throw my PC out the window. Valesco's on a 6.2. It's 2 bad games he's had now. Garosabal, we know he was responsible for the mistake. He cost us the goal at the end of the day. So Valesco has to come off. Silva can come on. See what he can do. Juan Lu can come on. Garosbo's on a yellow card as well. I'm playing badly. Allende is just not doing it, is he? Well, I did say Arribas was going to get a game at some point. He's going to go back to support. Attacking, he's not done very well attacking. Goalkeeper's not playing very well either. This is horrid. I don't think there's anything I can change. We've got all the possession. I just need them to finish better. Defensively, apart from the set piece, we've been fine. I just need them to score some goals in the Premier League. Do another Ipswich, please. Another, not Ipswich, do another Bristol City. Score a few goals. Oh, that's not helping Fincroft. Moorstat is very tired and having a poor game. I think it's time to try Timon. No, I will have to bring Scott off when Dominguez can come in and have another game. And Scott Moorstat is very, very tired. Let's just try that. Leave 3 on attack up there. Now let's break. Oh boy. That was Silva. He's just 19. I can't bloody shout at him, can I? Oh yeah, we're just closing down far too much on that side. That's the second time that's happened. So already been told to close down more often, but I got the trigger press on slightly higher just to try and get the tempo going. Another chance. This is the pattern. We cannot score goals on the Sunday after the Conference League. This is the pattern, and I don't know how to break it. I don't have any more subs left, do I now? Right, okay. We might as well lose 2-0 as lose 1-0. Let's go attacking. Here comes the 2-0, does it? That's blocked it. Well done, defence. Now come on, really fast. There's a bit more pace about Silva there. Well done, boy. We're in this. We can't hit a barn door if it fell on us in the Premier League. We're just in that, and I don't know how to break that. I really don't know how to break that. Offside if it goes in. Working them into box 2. Yeah, I think I probably need to take that off now. Just go for it. I mean, took it off in the last game. In the first half, they were just like shooting from 50 yards. It was just pointless. And now they're shooting again from like ridiculous. But we've got to get shots on goal, I suppose. Hope one of them goes in. Atom is not himself. He's not scoring from corners. Early in the season, he was like getting one. He was our top scorer after the first month. He's just, everything is just not happening. And the game is clever because it's keeping us in the Conference League. So the game's very clever. And it's just frustrating me, making me try to work out how to... But it's not put me in the relegation zone. It's giving me enough points that I'm safe. But it's just frustrating me at the moment. The game's very smart. This is a very complex, clever game. I just have to keep battling on. And hope that one day we produce a performance. Again. Well done, Atom, though. 14 shots, only 6 on target. But we've outplayed Brighton, basically. And we just can't score. This is always the pattern. We've absolutely outplayed them. And we cannot score a goal. After the Conference League, the game shuts me down. Just really shuts me down, and I don't know how to break this. Yeah, maybe. They're young, so I really, because they're so young, I really don't want to be berating them all the time. But I will be telling them after this game is just simply not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. And we've lost our unbeaten run as well. It was a poor mistake by actually the fullback, who's not young. He's very experienced. I would have expected that from Finkgraf. But Garosabal should have done better there. He's a very experienced Premier League fullback. And he just rushed out at the winger and he just went past him. That created the corner. And from the corner they scored. Yeah, you do. You just, like, at the moment, it's total frustration. We were absolutely flying in season 2 and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Flying. I thought we were going to get Champions League in season 4, but it all fell apart. Those following, if you can remember, at the end of season 3, we were thinking Champions League. Now I'm thinking avoid relegation. Look inside. Oh, it's full time now. Offside. That's it. Another defeat. We were away, I suppose. I'm trying to find positives out of it, but that's not good enough, boys. Not good enough. 16th. We could be in a relegation battle, but the game's very clever. It's keeping me 6 points ahead of all that nonsense at the bottom. And it's keeping the teams up here within striking distance. This game is very smart. So up to 11th is 21 points. We're only 4 points behind. So it's keeping us within even 10th, 5 points behind. This game is very smart. Yeah, Matty, I've always struggled against 4-4-2. But this is a pattern. It doesn't matter who we're playing, what style, where they are. It's just horrid when we play like Norwich. We only just recovered against Norwich. Norwich should have beaten us after Panathinaikos. Then the next European game. So we'll probably win and lose again. Or we might win, lose, and then win in the Cup quarter-final. I am not interested in the getting to the semi-final of this nonsense. I want Premier League points, but I can't get them. And that run has come to an end. Oh, boy. Okay, but we've won 2 and lost 1 today, so we can't complain. Conceding too many goals for my liking. But against Brighton, we should have won it. And our strikers just didn't score. And there's no other reason that we didn't win it. We had so many chances. Strikers didn't score. And that's it. And I really don't know how to break that in the Premier League following the Conference League. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you, Saul. I think since I've been using MatchLab, saves have got harder. I'm about to, later tonight, I will be recording the second episode of the Aston Villa save against Newcastle. Boy, is it getting harder or what? And I think I might have to go back to the vanilla. It's too hard for me. But we keep battling. We keep going. Second half of the season might be better. You never know. We still got... If we can get 6 more points before Christmas, I'll be happy with 23. We just got to get those points. I've got a really difficult run of games coming up, though. I've got Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal. Low block time. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to call it a day. And going to get something to eat. I'm quite hungry. And thanks for coming along. I appreciate all the comments and the banter. It's really cool. That's why I love streaming. Just trying to remain positive here in this save. Be back tomorrow afternoon with Sunderland. And we lost in the last game. at Sunderland as well, and we need to put that right as well. But Sunderland are doing well, and hopefully our alternative FM World Cup challenge is still going strong. So I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with Sunderland, Thursday afternoon with Ipswich, and then I think I'll be doing evenings. Tomorrow is, of course, that's why I'm doing the afternoon. Tomorrow is, of course, the Europa League final. Tonight, there's also some Premier League fixtures as well I'll be tuning into for a couple of hours. So, FM has just released an update. Let's quickly go and have a look. Because the official FM site. No, that's not FM. There, that one. I can't see any update there. There's no update on their website. Just released an update to a license again. So it will change. Ah, okay. I haven't received an update. I don't think anything has downloaded, Neil. But I might not have noticed. So I'll reload just in case it has. I'll reload the SciMatch file of yours. Just in case it has knocked it out, because it's the same name and I won't know. Okay, there's no official word on their site, but they don't report updates very often. And they're not updating that site. That is a big worry for me, that they're not doing anything on their website at all. Nothing. And we're now going to be coming into June very soon. And not a word. Total silence. So I'm beginning to wonder, is FM26 going to happen? Is it going to happen? Hope so. But for now, I know going to have a cup of tea and something to eat is definitely going to happen. Thanks for coming. I've loved it today, apart from the last game. And hopefully see you tomorrow, and stay safe. Take care. We'll be back.